this lecture, I am going to talk about GDIS, means GTK display interface for structures. My motive in this video lecture is to tell you that how FDF file is made for Siesta using GDIS. First of all, I will talk about installation of GDIS. Then I will take an example of simple cubic structure, Polonium, and make a FDF file for Siesta with default parameters. Then to understand the concept of periodicity and vacuum, then I will tell you that how CIF file is converted into FDF file, and then I will tell you that how FDF file is converted into CIF file using GDIS. So let us start. So here I am opening a terminal. This is my working directory, GDIS and Polonium. So I will open, first of all, this is the command GDIS to install GDIS. This is the command for installation in Ubuntu. So this is already installed. So I will take an example of Polonium, and Polonium is basically a structure with simple cubic, lattice, this Polonium, simple cubic, with lattice constant 3.34 angstrom. So, and lattice vectors of simple cubic are 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and this is the lattice constant. These are the lattice vectors, right? So I am going back to GDIS. So here I open GDIS interface. So I go to here, it is new model. So what I did, I take one atom, I go to the model editing, right? And what I did, I add one atom on the screen and then label it as polonium, because I am going to talk about polonium, and then enter. So what I will do, I will place this polonium atom in the center or at the origin. So I placed x coordinate as 0 and then enter, then y again 0, then enter, then again z 0 and then enter, right? Then I again come to the model display, sorry, not model display but model content, sorry, in model editing, yeah, I come to the normal mode, right? So these are the coordinates of this polonium atom and it is placed at the origin. Now I will confine this atom in a small box, right? So I go to here model editing, then what I did, I go to the transformation, and in place of this I will give, because lattice constant is 3.34, so I will make it 3.34 here. It is 0 0, then it's again 3.34, again 3.34, right? And here alter lattice periodicity is 3, so this is, and click on this, right? So that means I can find this in a box. So this is our cell, simulation cell. Then I will save this as, save as, I save it as, say, polonium.fdf, right? So I saved it, right? Then close it. If I open polonium.fdf, so this is its structure. So this is system level number of atoms, and this is its atomic number, and it's polonium atom, and this is the lattice vector, right, for it. Then I placed it in the at the region. Then rest of the parameters are the default parameters as stated in the CIESTA manual. So you can change these default parameters, but I will talk about this later on. Then if I open this polonium again FDF, then I can save this file as polonium.cif. CIF. Then I close it, ls. So let us have a look at it, polonium.cif. So right, so this is the CIF file for polonium atom. So if I open this CIF file, or you can download any CIF file and then convert that CIF file into FDF. Let us take an example. Say I go to this website, crystallography.net, and I go to here in the search. Then here, if I put polonium and then search and send, then this is the space group of polonium, right? So I go to here, then this is the structure of polonium, and then I can download this as CIF file. So I already downloaded it. So see, this is the CIF file which I downloaded from crystallography.net. So let us try to open this in GDIS, right? So this is the file, and I can also save this file as FTF file. Say I am copying it as I am copying it as polonium underscore 150911138 dot FDF, right? So I saved it. So if I want to open this polonium underscore 15, so this is again similar to earlier file, right? But here only the difference is that this was written in this form, in the lattice parameter form, not in the form of lattice vectors, and rest of the things remain similar. Then I will talk about periodicity and vacuum. So I again open polonium.ftf in GDIS. Say, if I go to here, images, then this single atom will behave like a I repeat it up to 8, and here I am again repeating it up to 8. I am again repeating it up to 8, or whatever you want. So that means then I go to model editing and then make supercell. So if I make a supercell of it, then it will act as a three-dimensional structure, means single atom will behave as a three-dimensional structure, right? So it is basically a three-dimensional structure. So I save it as polonium underscore 3d.fdf. Then what, say if I want to create a vacuum in two directions, so you can select if you select this, then and if you repeat it in one direction, that means this will behave as a slab of 4 layers, right? Because there is a sufficient vacuum these 2 layers, right? So this will act as a two-dimensional sheet now. So I can save it as 2d.fdf, and if I create or if I delete some atoms in another direction, say 1, 2, 3 and 4, you can select and then delete. Then this will behave as a one-dimensional. So it is clear from this. If I repeat it, so that means it will behave as a one-dimensional system, right? So it's a one-dimensional system. So I can save it as 1D, dot FTF. Then if I remove more atoms in third direction, then it will desired vacuum. So this is a desired vacuum. Now this will behave as a zero-dimensional system, right? So this is a simple way that how various codes look at the periodicity and vacuum. So I can call it as 0d.fdf. So GDIS help us to make FTF file, or it help us to visualize the input structure. It help us to repeat the structure and to create a sufficient vacuum simply by selecting and removing the atoms. So thanks for watching this video.